Joe in real life. So last night I tossed and turned all night with these kind of weird minor panic attacks and terrible stomach pains. Had just awful dreams, just absolutely horrible. And yeah, so well, right on. Yeah, thank you. Landlord or maintenance. Our heat's broken. That's a long story too. A bunch of weird stuff's been happening. And anyway, I had the runs all day, and I had to go to court. So I felt terrible. I had the runs. I was in court, and I was thinking about my squats today, which I'm gonna go do right now. But I was like, just 2 sets of 6. I was like, man, I don't have them. I know I don't. And I got nothing in the tank. I've had a little bit of sugar today. That's all I could stomach, you know. But then, and I got kind of blue about it. Like I was legitimately like, you should just tough it out, bro. You should just force yourself to do it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, but to what end, you know? And don't get me wrong, because I know I've preached, push no matter what, do it on your worst day, do it on your best day, yada, yada. But like, aren't I due a deload? It's been a month. And if I take the rest of this week and just hit some heavy singles, then I can start fresh Sunday or Monday. And isn't that a logical way to progress? And see, this is what I've been kind of talking around for the last month. Like, because that's what I'm going to do today, whether it's right or wrong. But like, being able to talk to myself in a way that's generous and kind, as opposed to just forcing myself to do things that, like, I'm gonna poop my pants if I do 2 sets of 6. Or all right, maybe I won't. But like, the chances of me completing those reps are pretty low. And I mean, they're under 50-50 at least. And it's like, I already pooped my pants once today. Do I really need to do it again on video for my YouTube audience? That doesn't feel good. But some heavy singles just for fun. Blow out the rest of the week. And here's what else I was thinking. When I start on Sunday or Monday, I'll do the exact middle of, I started at 95 pounds on day 1, week 1, and I ended at 145. So what do we call that? Like 120. And then I build up again until I hit another wall or get diarrhea or what have you, right? And then I do it like that, you know? And I feel good about that. I think that plan actually makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, my shoulders need a break. I'm not really filming the overhead presses, but they're getting ugly. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay. All right. Okay. This was actually fairly pleasant and nice. And as I moved up through the weights, I began to feel better about this plan. Like once a month, I take a week, half a week off. So like I do 4 or 5 weeks of work. I do a deload week where I kind of max out and goof off. And then I start again at 50% of the progress of the prior 4 to 5 weeks. That sounds a little complicated now that I'm saying it out loud, but that's a relatively simple plan if you sit down and think about it for a second. And I feel like that progress arc makes sense. Maybe I'm wrong. As always, thoughts, feelings, critiques, all that, always welcome in this channel. Please give it to me. I stopped at 185 today because, as I said, I have the runs and I didn't sleep well, and I haven't eaten today. Um, but I had more. And really, I stopped at 185 because my my like back integrity felt bad. My midline, I felt really collapsed. Legs felt super strong, really good. But that would put me at like 75, 80%, probably closer to 80% for my 2 sets of 6 working sets towards the end there. And really, I would think 15, 16 sets a week for a set of 6, it should be about 80%, right? Somewhere in there. I mean, I realize that's not a very popular way of breaking it down, but that feels roughly accurate to me. Like the 70 to 85% range feels like where you want to be. So honestly, I'm feeling pretty positive about this. And I think I'm going to run it. And I think I'm going to run it all year and see what happens. What else? Well, I'm going to update you on everything else probably tomorrow or the next day. This is the 185. I'm watching it for the first time with you guys right here. So let's see if it felt as ugly. Let's see if it looks as ugly as it felt. Otherwise, this is Joe in real life. You know I love you guys. Be good to each other out there. I'm going to try hard to do the same. Actually, it looked okay. It did not feel okay. Well. And hey, I didn't poop my pants again, so that's a plus. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much. See you then.